Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just read out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right to the video. The Boston Celtics have wrapped up preseason and are now just a couple days away from the season opener. Starting center Kristaps Porzingis is not slated to be there, but no one is panicking because of the guys backing him up. Today, we will be looking at 3 Celtics centers who showed some of their play in the preseason, so let's get into the film. Alright, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure you take your shoes off before you come in the house. And Luke Kornet played great in the preseason, averaging 9.6 rebounds and 2 assists, and his play just further insinuates why Celtics fans aren't tripping that Kristaps could be out for a chunk of the start of the season. Now, that's not just because of the center depth. Of course, we have a great all-around team, and you would have to be really bad to not be a plus around these guys that they're playing with, but every center on our roster has proven to be effective. The 3 guys we're looking at today, Kornet, Xavier Tillman, and Amias Cater, were all effective for stretches last season, and even Tillman in the playoffs with the Grizzlies being a big piece of that, and last year in the finals playing good defense and hitting a huge shot. But right now who we're focusing on is Luke Kornet, and there's been some talk about him starting because of the way he's played in this preseason, and also a guy in Al Horford who we won't even be talking about today because this is a preseason thing. He is also a part of that mix too, and he's one of the most reliable centers in the NBA. So yeah, as far as Luke Kornet starting, I don't want you guys to get caught up in that. I don't want you guys to get into some arguments or heated discussions about that because I don't think it matters too much. There can be games where Al Horford starts and Luke Kornet plays more than him. There can be games where Luke Kornet starts and Al Horford plays more than him. I don't think it matters that much. With that being said, Luke Kornet, again, played great in this preseason, and the things that are unmatched about Luke Kornet in this center rotation is his angles as a screener and his passing game. Now, I won't have a lot of clips in this preseason about Kornet because we all know what Luke Kornet is, and he has received some hate in the past of not being the most physical center, which I still think is a thing. But Joe Mazzulla trusts him, and he has earned that trust with his play from last season and his play in the preseason. He is a connector. You have to be able to move the ball as a center on the Celtics. And Luke Kornet is the best passing center that we have. And he's, again, a phenomenal screener. And here, we got a pass from Jaylen Brown. And in the air, looking like Superman, catches it, is getting pushed, and all in one motion. He knows where Derek White is, catches the ball, fires it a bounce pass. He keeps the ball moving, and the Celtics get fouled. And this is what I mean by, like, the centers on this team don't have to be extraordinary to be effective, right? You're playing with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Drew Holiday. These guys garner so much attention that if you just do your job, they will find ways for you to be effective. So here, we got a wide pin down from Luke Kornet on KJ Martin Jr. And then Tatum curls, and look, that's just 2 guys on him. Urashan Yabusele knows that Luke Kornet just set this screen. But Jason Tatum curling off of that pin down just messes up the defense entirely, and Luke Kornet gets an easy lob. And this is just a phenomenal play by Luke Kornet. Shot goes up, he breaks the box out, and just the all-in-one motion plays. The first clip was him catching the ball in the air while being pushed, bounce pass to Derek White in the corner, kept the possession going, and the Celtics got some free throws, right? Here, shot goes up, goes to the rim, breaks the box out, all in one motion, go up with his offhand, taps it directly to Drew Holiday, gets the offensive rebound, and I hope he got the rebound and the assist for that. And this was just a beautiful play. Here we are in Toronto. We initiate the blind pick action, and this is another reason why I believe we have the best center depth in the league, is that our centers are really interchangeable. They can play a lot of roles. You see, here we got Kornet and Tillman playing together. You can have Kristaps and Kornet play together. You can have Kristaps and Tillman, like Horford. You can play our centers everywhere. All right, so here as Jonathan Hobo plays high on Tatum, we go to the blind pick action. Kornet drops it off, and the thing I said in my first film session of the preseason, I'll put that somewhere so you guys can see that one, is the Celtics do a great job of using Kornet as a spacer without shooting. And he also does a great job of that because he puts himself in position, and it just seems like sometimes he just floats into open space. It's like sometimes the defense just doesn't know that he's there, and he's just able to go into the space that's open and make excellent reads out of that. So here we got to pass Tatum. He slips in the open space. Tatum lobs it up, and again, as we've seen in this video, he is great at the all-in-one motion passes. That's catching it in the air, throwing it to somebody else. That's going up for an offensive rebound, tapping it out right to somebody for an assist. He's great at this. So he catches it in traffic as the defense is collapsing, right? Timing is so important in this offense and in the NBA in general. If he has to come all the way down with this ball, has to catch it, come down, and then pass. It knocks the timing off. He has two people on him as he's in the air. He passes to Tillman. Tillman can pump fake, can drive, can post up, and now it's just a two-man game between Tillman and Kornet. And this is what I mean about Luke Kornet playing stronger, right? Hurdle is a starting center in this league, is a good rebounder. Luke Kornet just moves him out the way, breaks his box out, and again, all in one motion, being effective in his movements, man. The all-in-one passes, the offense rebound to the kickouts, and again, the tipping. He has phenomenal hands. There are times where I am genuinely surprised if Luke does not catch a pass like cleanly. I've been praising him. I'm not saying he's a starting center in this league, but he's one of the best backups for sure. And he's not even our second string center, is what I'm trying to get. Like, he's our third string center. He is the best third string in the league. I don't want to hear that. I don't care. The Celtics have 5 centers who have actually been impactful at some point last season. And Luke Kornet, who played the best in the preseason, is our third string center. Now on to my guy, Xavier Tillman, who averaged 7 points, 5 rebounds, a steal, and shot 54% from 3 in the preseason on about 3 attempts per game. Listen to me. Again, I said this in my first preseason video of this year. I'll put that somewhere again if you haven't seen it. If Xavier Tillman can become an effective shooter, I'm not saying 40%. I ain't saying 40%. But if we can get that 27% up to like 34, 35, especially not in the corners. The corners are important, but above the break threes, if he's hitting these with some consistency, I believe he was 3 for 3 from 3 in this game, man. And again, you see that you don't have to be an extraordinary center to be effective with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, and Derek White. Look how much attention Tatum is garnering. Got 2 on him. And now this may be the game plan, let Xavier Tillman shoot, which is a good game plan if you got these 4 guys on the court, right? You want to let him shoot. But if he's able to make teams pay, man, you thought last year was easy. And we all know the calling card for Xavier Tillman. He is probably the best switching center in the NBA. That is not hyperbole, bro. He was the 12th most impactful defender according to B-Ball Index, and this is our 4th string center. Are we understanding how crazy this is? We have a top 15 impact defender as our 4th center, and he's also a guy that can play up and down the lineup, especially if he can shoot. He can play some small forward if he can shoot. I know he can play the 4. I know he can play the 5. If he can shoot, man, Kornet, Tillman, and I ain't gonna get too crazy. But here on this play, he shows the defense versatility, guarding pick and roll, switching on to Jerry McCain, staying with him on the drive, and then he has great hands too. I believe when the Celtics traded for Tillman, he was one of 25 players who was averaging a steal and a block per game. So here he sees this passing lane. As Derek White steps up on Jerry McCain, he knows he has to drift back to Adem Bona, who's the roller here. Gets in between that passing lane, knocks the ball away. As Adem Bona tries to save it off him, knocks that away, and the Celtics get the ball. All right, so after the JB shot, we got Derek White crashing for the offensive rebound, hustling, and Tillman finds a Christmas gift under the basket and he scores it. But then we go back, I believe the Sixers go to some zoom action here, and we have him switching from Adem Bona to Justin Edwards as he drives and plays great defense and forces a miss. All right, so here we got Tillman rolling. He's going to set up shop on the block, carving out some space on Ricky Council to set up a passing lane for Derek White, and he knows where Tatum is. Fires a pass to him, gets an open 3. He misses the one that gets him the assist, but Derek White again hustles, gets him another opportunity, and he knocks it down. All right, so here we got Tillman showing the versatility again, playing with Kata. We just have so many combinations that we can throw out with our centers, and every Celtic center has to be able to pass at some capacity, and my 4th string center is making that pass. He's making that pass. If you want to play with the Celtics as a center, you have to be able to make these reads. Tillman is a guy that can pass. The Celtics can run some sets through him. They can run offense through him. He sets the screen, right? He rolls, he gets the ball, and is that Keonis? Yeah. As Keonis steps up to take on Kata, Tillman sees Lonnie Walker out the corner of his eye. And just, again, this is our 4th string center who can guard, who is a top 15 defender in the NBA and can make a pass like that. This is just why I think our center rotation, our center depth is the best in the NBA. And this is the luxury that the Celtics have with their centers being so interchangeable. Tillman can just sit in a corner and be the shooter on this shake action here. As Kata sets the screen, he rolls, Tillman comes up just a little bit, and this forces KJ to either choose to check Tillman or to check Cater. He can't do both. So whichever one he chooses, we go to the opposite one. Peyton Pritchard makes a nice pass out of Tillman for another 3. And I still don't understand how Tillman is able to stay with guys on the perimeter. Like, I've seen him stay with like Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Luka Doncic. I've seen him stay with guys, and I don't understand how a guy of his size is able to move his feet as well. Council is a really aggressive driver. Like, everybody's gonna say, oh, it's Reed Council. No, we've seen him do this on the biggest stage. Now, it looks like Council gets him with the crossover here just a little bit. His feet gets caught up a little bit, but it doesn't impact him. He gets right back, gets into the chest of Council, and blocks the shot. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm trying to tell you. He's also a great screen setter. Of course, he got a wide, big body. He's strong. He should be able to set some good screens, right? Off ball from Lonnie Walker to get the dribble handoff. He sets a great screen, forces the center to drop back on J.D. Davidson as Juden Hintz is also chasing him and just taking it with so much confidence. And above the break 3 with so much confidence, knocks it down. And then we know what he really does on the defensive side of the ball. Comes here, they run a pick and roll, and just look at the hands again. 1 of 25 players last year when we traded for him that averaged a steal and a block per game. Tillman gets a steal here, we get another possession. I just don't understand how he gets places. Like, it don't look like he moving that fast. And now I do want to thank Luke Cornett for this play. This is one of the few times you're ever going to catch Tillman out of position on defense. This just doesn't happen often. But Luke Cornett here, he jumps to the passing lane, which forces Bruno Fernando to pass to the other side, which gives Tillman just enough time that he needs to go chase us down, and he blocks it off the glass. And last but not least, we have Neemias Queta, the pride of Portugal, the only Portuguese player in the NBA ever, and now he is a champion, and he averaged 6 points and 6 rebounds and 2 assists in the preseason. I'm just laughing because it's like, damn, he's essentially our 5th center. We've seen him have doubles in real NBA games and real regular season games where he's effective. Again, he's our 5th center, and he is quite different from the other centers on our roster. He probably is the best offensive rebounder, but he is a guy that still needs a lot of work. He does a lot of his damage in the paint. He is also a guy that can pass, is a little wonky sometimes, but we've seen plenty of flashes of him being able to pass. I think he had a 5-assist game. I'm not sure if it was this game, but he had a game where he had like 10 rebounds, well, 12 rebounds and like 5 assists. All right, so here we got Sam Hauser setting the Hawk screen for him. We see this a lot from the Denver Nuggets and Nikola Jokic, just to get the post defender to switch, just to see if you can get a mismatch in the post. And Queta is able to do that in an up and under. I said this earlier, I've said it plenty of times before, and I'll continue to say it. Every Celtics center can pass at some capacity. And you need to be able to pass the ball to keep this offense moving, because it's predicated on spacing, movement, and ball movement, right? So here in the pick and roll with Pritchard, he gets the switch on Council again, lobs it up, he catches it, the defense converges because he has a mismatch, and he's able to make this corner read to Baylor Shyman, but he just misses the shot. And because Queta has shown some flashes as a passer, the Celtics are comfortable with running offense and actions through him. Here it looks like the Celtics were going to go to some stagger action for Sam Hauser. The point is to come off both of these and come up right here. But as Lonnie Walker sets the first screen, he drags Keonis in. Oh, looks like that brother's moving. But he drags Keonis into Ricky Council. Sam Hauser's wide open. He does need to come off the second one. Too much space, and he hits it. And Queta is also a good shot blocker, along with being a good offensive rebounder. He can control the paint at times. It just looks like this is just natural to him. He's 7 foot with length and timing, can be a really good help defender. And here, he catches that ball at the apex at the right time and knocks it off the glass. And the first thing I've ever preached about Queta, since my first ever film session on him, since the first time seeing him, is his activity. He is a very live body, a very active player around the rim and just on the court. Now, sometimes it's not always the most effective, right? He still needs to improve, especially touch around the rim when he's not dunking it. He needs to improve in that area. But the activity on the glass, the activity defensively, he can slide his feet on the perimeter also. He plays great in those 2-on-1 pick and roll situations as the road defender. Like, he is a very live body. And here, going up against a starting caliber center and Jakob Poeltl, moving him, right? Moving him, banging bodies, pause. Getting the offensive rebound, going back up. He misses it, but still fighting Tim in the ball, and Jordan Walsh ends up finishing it. Again, the activity, offensive rebounding, being a live body, just flying. Basically just flying in for this offensive rebound. We got Jordan Walsh driving. He just takes the ball right out of Ochai Agbaji's hands. Flying in, taking the ball right from him, passing out to J.D. Davidson, and we get a 3 off it. Now, this sums up Queta the best that I can. Y'all know that I don't cut no corners. I don't just show you the positives. I show you the entire play, no matter the result, no matter if the person did something bad. But this represents Kata. He doesn't have the strongest core in the post, right? He needs to get stronger. Do I want him to struggle backing down Davion Mitchell this much? Hell no. But directly after that, look at the pass he makes. The pass right to Jordan Walsh in his pocket over the outstretched arms of Chris Boucher, directly in his shooting pocket. Do I want this to be easier? Yes. Davion should be under the basket right now. We're not there yet. But he makes a great pass, right? Jordan Walsh shoots it. And again, the offensive rebound. He should get the board over Davion, for sure. He gets the offensive rebound. Wrestle it. He's gonna get blocked. He's gonna wrestle it. He's gonna get blocked. But again, live body, activity. He never stops. And then he makes another correct read. He's 7 foot, and like, look, he just palming it like a tennis ball. He makes another correct read, and Lonnie Walker with the acrobatic finish. He's just a live ass body. He's active. He's just activity. And he is a guy that can be really effective in the paint with the offensive rebound. And if he becomes a better finisher, not dunking the ball around the rim, this guy can really be effective. And he's able to make 2 reads in 1 possession that essentially keep the Celtics and get them shots up, and there with Lonnie Walker. Kata is also a phenomenal screener. If you was to ask me who's a better screen between him and Kornet, that would be a tough battle, but I would lean Kata. I think Kornet has better screen angles, and like the timing on his screens, he gets there quicker. His screens are probably more effective, but as far as just hitting a guy on the screen, I'm taking Kata, right? And absolutely crushes Davion Mitchell. Whew. And he gets open. Pritchard with a nice pass, and Kata finishes. More activity, live body on the glass, just being a glass cleaner. Jakob Poeltl is trying to pin him under the rim. He uses his frame, his long arms, taps the ball out. We get a defense rebound and watch him run. Watch him work. Look. He knows Walsh is going to shoot this, right? We got Walsh on Davion Mitchell. He should go up with this. As Kata sees this, he's checking for Jakob Poeltl. Where is he at? And let me get a body on him. Stops Jakob Poeltl, boxes him out. Look, oh, he could have broke his. That don't look too good. But hey, he used his long arms, his wingspan. And again, I'm not gonna sugarcoat enough for y'all. He steps out of bounds here. You can't tell me you don't see the tools. Well, he stepped out there. They should have called that, but they called. He stepped out way before they called it. But just the end-to-end glass cleaning, the activity, the shot blocking, the screening, this player can be useful, and he was effective for stretches last season in the regular season. And here we got Kata playing phenomenal defense, post defense on Jakob Poeltl, knocks the ball away, has him turn a few times, contests the shot, and he clears the board, snaps the rebound away. But that is the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just get out there a little bit more, and I will see you guys in the next video. This is Nick. Peace.